Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to Scott and Mary's Ping Pong Podcast, or Table Tennis Talk,
Table tennis talk.
depending on whose lawyer you talk to.
Which restrictive patent attorney is working today?
Karen. Our friend Karen told us that ping pong is
Trademark.
and so we've been adding the second name of Table Tennis Talk to the podcast. In case we ever need to switch it, which is of course ridiculous. But you don't want to make Karen angry.
She might troll our comment feed with facts about patents and trademarks.
So the squeaky escalator is back.
Yes. We didn't have a very long break of squeak-free recording days before it came right back again.
An interesting ping pong note, if you look, you'll see three ping pong tables in your view, and there's one behind the camera. The one that's furthest is another new ping pong table, the green one.
We haven't tried out yet.
We're still on the GX90, DX30. It's got funny numbers, makes it fancy.
But it's level, unlike the broken ones.
The big news on my foot is...
Good news.
Big news on my foot is I went to the doctor last week, and she, this confirmed what I had said, that's plantar fasciitis, and gave me some exercises to do, but then said, you don't want to go talk to a physical therapist right now, do you? And I said, yes, I do. So I went to meet with Jordy in physical therapy, and he gave me 3 different exercises to do that I've been doing daily, and to strengthen my plantar fasciitis and try to heal it, strengthen the muscles around it. So far so good. It still hurts a little bit, but not quite as much, and it's not as much of a worry. I feel like I can walk if I want to.
And I just dance because he has to chase now. And we can talk about today's mystery item. It is a, let's call it athletic, I won't say specific sport, tank top, $20, extra size, extra large, here at Sears, downstairs. Look there. Here we go. Champion workout wear.
So for anybody who's thinking about going May 8th to see the Rolling Stones in San Diego, we've gotten our tickets. So if anybody wants to have dinner before or something, we got tickets in pit number 1 if anybody wants to be with us. It was kind of touch and go with their pre-sale, but kind of waited around long enough they kept going away and coming back and going away and coming back, and I actually had to use 3 different transactions to get 4 tickets for me and Mary and Jacob and Sabrina. But finally got it. Has it gone over to my side, ladies and gentlemen?
No.
I don't think so.
It has not. It bounced backwards.
Really?
Sad little bands.
So,
Sorry.
got to tell, we saw Jacob for dinner last night.
We had dinner at Vin White Tofu in Cerritos because it's about halfway between where Jacob lives and where we live. It takes about 30 minutes or so for both of us to get there.
It's a vegan restaurant, and they have the chef owner is gluten-free as well. So I actually had spam musubi rolls. Musubi?
Gluten-free vegan spam musubi rolls.
Yeah, musubi.
Musubi?
And it's actually really good.
That was good.
So there you go. Who knew I was going to have spam musubi rolls?
Jacob had curry soup and, I had a traditional pho, and you had noodle soup, you had veggie
Vegetable
soup,
soup.
no noodles.
No, it doesn't come with noodles.
Doesn't come with it. The veggie soup.
And the spam musubi roll.
Right. An extra brown rice.
And some brown rice, yeah, which was too much. It was good.
Jacob had an appetizer too, besides his curry soup.
Finger.
Oh no! I didn't take it. You remember what Jacob ordered? Is that right?
I don't. I thought it was more noodles. Correct or incorrect?
No, the noodles came to add in to the soup, but didn't he have like a roll or a nachos
egg rolls?
or a
Is it egg rolls?
egg rolls maybe? Something?
They said basically they can make anything on the menu gluten-free.
Dumplings, something. He had some appetizer. I don't remember what it was.
So it was pretty good, and if anybody wants to go there and meet us for dinner, we're happy to go, take you, meet you, whatever.
Everybody always loves to hang out in Cerritos. We know we do.
That's not that far from Palace Rice.
It's good food though. smelling like Vietnamese food.
We talked about it, but on Valentine's Day we came here and walked. We got to see all the Valentine's Mall people. And then we went to Grain Cafe in Redondo for dinner, which, you know, the service is always, good's the right word?
Sorry. Came
Nope,
over, I think.
But, you know, it's always kind of, I don't know, generous service, something. They're always kind of engaged. And so there were people there, but it wasn't crazy crowded. It wasn't a crazy number there wasn't any kids, but
It certainly was not a
you could have brought kids.
Valentine-specific destination. Sorry. Ooh, good one. There were certainly other couples there besides us, but there was not a whole, and they had red roses on the table, but it was not, any kind of special Valentine's meal. Actually, they have started a whole series of Oaxacan cuisine dishes.
So we got like molotes or something, which was basically like a football-shaped potato, like quiche, kind of surrounded by maza dough, like you have making a tortilla.
Yeah, quiche or samosa or something of that nature.
It was fine. Then what did you get?
I had the chilaquiles, but with the green verde sauce instead of the red sauce.
Was no different than the red sauce.
Well, it didn't seem that much different from the red sauce.
And then I got.
I have a chilaquiles chorizo and a chilaquiles mole, but they're not good.
So I had just their waffles with some tofu eggs and some tempeh bacon and a side of hash browns. And by that point, we're pretty full. You include the appetizer of the molotes or whatever it is, but it's good. That's usually not very expensive, and you know it's easy to get a table there. It's right next to Happy Veggie where we go for soup.
The other Vietnamese restaurant we like.
Yeah, Happy Veggie in Hermosa Redondo area.
Right on the edge there by King Harbor.
And their soup's better than Vin Loy tofu, but Vin Loy tofu is nice. Really
it's nice, and it's convenient for meeting Jacob.
I guess Super Tuesday is coming up pretty soon. Still got the Nevada caucus this week and South Carolina's primary next week, and then it's Super Tuesday with California voting in the primaries.
Yeah, but LA has the new voting where you can vote before Super Tuesday. You can vote for like a whole week or two, I think, before the primary. So you can vote whatever day you want, and you can vote you can vote near your work or near your home or near any place. They have electronic ballots for all the LA locations at all the polling places. So no matter where you go to vote, they have your local ballot. I think that's cool.
So Sabrina and I usually talk every night. Usually not on Fridays because she goes to board game club in the evenings. And so I didn't talk to her Friday night. And then last night she called me and she was at a party. And she's like, oh, she was bored because nobody was talking to her because all her friends were getting drunk and she doesn't drink.
I did not get enough lift. I am the worst. I guess I gotta dance now. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, so Sabrina tends to be the designated driver if she goes to a party where everybody's drinking and she is not. Or the designated sober person, not necessarily driving, but they're walking.
She's the mama bear.
She's the mama bear to watch out for all her friends to make sure everybody gets home.
So anyway, she called me last night because she was bored because nobody was talking to her because everybody was drinking and she wasn't drinking. And then a boy came up and started talking to her and she's like, Dad, I gotta go, bye. She also said she had a date for Valentine's Day, but I don't know who it was with. But she was telling the boy that she was talking to that it wasn't that big of a deal and she hasn't found somebody she wants to be in a relationship with, even though she was in a relationship for a few weeks last week. She just hasn't found that person she
wants to hang with on a full-time basis.
So she's working on practicing for Die Zauberflöte, the magic flute, at University of Denver. It's coming up in April, and then she's going to be in Der Zauberflöte in Berlin, where she's going to be playing Zweite Naba, the second sprite. They kind of come around, and the one we were watching, they were kind of in a sky arc. They kind of fly in and save everybody who's about to kill themselves. That's a good one for a 19-year-old for the Berlin Opera Academy. So she was really excited. She said they got 2,000 applications. And she was one of the people that they chose to interview, and they liked her enough that they offered her a role. So, and it's a bigger role than she has at her college. So there you go. But she's been actually practicing with the other. There's Eine Naba, Zweite Naba, and there's 3 in German. Zwei Naba?
Ein, zwei, drei.
Drei Naba. Yes, there's a first, second, third sprite. And so the difference between the 2 productions is also that the music will be in German, both, but in Denver it's going to be the dialogue's going to be in English, and in Germany it'll be in German.
And the poster of the performance in Denver is got sort of a psychedelic tint to it, so it should be interesting staging if they plan to play that up. I don't know, we'll find out. Make it sort of 60s psychedelic version. Who knows?
Sorry. That's not exactly ping
That
pong.
was a real word.
It's not exactly ping pong right now, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it seems to be watching it roll around on the floor.
So I am now going to roll around on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, let me fix my zipper in my pocket. Wasn't that much rolling.
That was a drum roll for...
It's more like crawling on my hands and knees, which is actually hands point.
Pants!
Oh my god.
Dun, da, da, dun, dun, da, 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 da. Pants! Da, da, dun, dun, dun. Pants! Dun, dun, dun. Pants.
Is that 2 pants point to 0?
No, that's just the first pants point. I don't remember we've had any pants today. For either buddy.
All the pants points are blurring together, ladies and
That was
gentlemen.
all. That was only pants for today.
We hope that you are enjoying our show. I hope everybody got to look at the George Burns clip from the last Ping Pong podcast, because it explains the song that I sing at the end of every Ping Pong podcast. It shows him from the end of Just You and Me Kid with Brooke Shields. And so for some reason I remembered it. That's what I sang at the end of each of our Ping Pong podcasts. So the last one, Mary sang
And
it
tell them
different.
how long it took you to find.
Oh, it took me all night. I stayed up. I think it was Thursday night. I like went to bed at. I woke up at like 3, and then I stayed up all night until I found it. I looked at basically every George Burns movie I ever saw, found it pirated on the internet, watched it, didn't watch the whole movie, but because I knew it was at the end. Watched the ends of all those movies after finding them. Finally, I found it was Just You and Me Kid. I thought it was.
Oh, sorry.
Oh God, or Going in Style. I was wrong. It was Just You and Me Kid with Brooke Shields, which I would have watched a whole bunch of times because I was certainly, like everybody else, interested in Brooke Shields when I was 13 years old. And you know, George Burns is pretty terrific too. We don't go to movies much anymore, but I used to really go to a lot of movies. Sorry. Once we got the home theater, it's like the only movies that we would go to anymore after that was like, you know, a new Star Wars would come out, or a new Raiders of the Lost Ark, or the new Harry Potter movie. So we'd go to those. Mary would sometimes take kids to cartoons when they were growing up, and I really didn't go for those.
For a while I was going to movies like romantic comedies and stuff that you didn't want to see by myself. Like go on a Saturday afternoon. Whee! Didn't last very long.
Because you
Not
realize
much
you
fun
can
to
watch
go
them
by
all on
yourself.
TV.
It's just not much fun to go by yourself.
Oh, when we had the theater, it's like you could watch all this stuff in big format. And the theaters we were paying to go to weren't really that much bigger screens.
Yeah.
And you know, you could pause it at home and bring all your snacks you
Get a
want to bring.
snack, go to the bathroom, not this stuff. Very talented you are. Oh, sorry.
I'm going for a walk, ladies and gentlemen.
He's going for a walk because I missed the table. So today's shirt has a lovely mesh that one could see through if one wanted to.
Ooh.
Ooh.
How fancy.
I assume it does still provide relative coverage to any personal body parts that would be underneath.
Or you could wear an undershirt if you want.
Or you can wear an undershirt, but I don't think it's see-through like some of those leggings people complain
Is it a
about.
men's shirt or a women's shirt?
Boink! Oh! We're too busy playing ping pong to talk, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, pants!
1-1, ladies and gentlemen. In case you're keeping score.
Got me right in front of the pants. Actually, you can watch the video. It might have actually hit my shirt, not my pants, but can't really see that part of my anatomy. No, not under the
There
table.
it is, to crawl on. I have to dance. I had to point out the new ping pong table. It's the MD Sports for $249.
Shoe Associates and Men's Cash Shop. Shoe Associates and Men's Cash
I don't
Shop.
think they can either, but it was just.
Attention to members, the time now is 7:30. Your Sears will be closing in the next 30 minutes. If you're shopping closely, please recommend you
Broke
make
in the new
fun
table.
selection
It's our
ahead
first
of
play on
Men's
that
Cash Shop to make fun of
Ernie said he was going to build some
Once
new ping
again,
pong
Sears
tables.
members, the time now
Now they
is
gotta get the
7:30.
old crappy ones out of the way.
Next 30 minutes. If you're shopping closely, please recommend you make fun selection and head over to Men's Cash Shop to make fun of
Sears is politely
Although
asking us to
closing at 8
leave.
p.m.
Well, it's closing time,
We'll be
right?
located on the corner
Well,
of
they
Providence
close
Boulevard.
at
Free shopping convenience
8.
will be open tomorrow
It's probably
at 10
7:30.
a.m. and we'll be
Oh,
closing
but that means that we may not be able to get back through the open mall door.
Sure, it'll be fun.
I'm sure it will be fine.
But
But they do close the mall door and make you go out through the parking lot.
Si está comprando con nosotros, le pedimos que haga sus
More
últimas
steps
selecciones
for
y
me.
se dirija a las registradoras de los caballeros.
I don't mind the steps, I just don't want to be cold outside.
Las que tienen listas cerradas los próximos 30 minutos.
So today and yesterday we were
Whee!
looking at tile stores because we're replacing the floor in our gallery because it's made out of that laminated wood
Composite
stuff
laminate.
where it's all sorts of layers of glue and chemicals and stuff, and it just drives my allergies crazy. So we're getting ready to pull that out. We got samples today of tiles that we're going to be putting in our art gallery to take a look at how they look. Also, the art gallery is currently empty.
Because we had to take all the pieces out because they're going to do some more carpentry work on one of the closets. And we don't want dust and drywall getting on stuff.
We took out we took out the Lego wall. We took out the art. We took out the
Cabling.
the hanging cables. We took out everything in the closet.
Took out the little table with our library of art books.
Today we were looking up Leonard Tsukaharu Fujita's Book of Cats. Which what was it that they said about the Book of Cats? It's the most popular book of cats in history or something.
It's the most popular cat book among rare collectible books. Something like that. Sorry.
So we don't happen to have a cat by Leonard Tsukaharu Fujita. We have a large new woman that we like a lot. And the other thing that happened with removing stuff from the gallery was Antoinette from Art Design Resources, who's our framer and also helps us with restoration because they have contacts with the restorers in the area, etc. Came over to pick up Mickey Mouse by Brito and the Bosco Sodi that we have downstairs. It kind of looks like flames. And
Really big loose.
the really big Maximilian Loose to get all those framed and behind glass so that nobody smushes them and we don't have to worry about moving them around and stuff. Plus it gets them out of the house while we are redoing the floor and redoing the closet is what's happening tomorrow morning. Basically, there's a closet in the room that's got sort of big ugly hinges, and so we're getting internal hinges, and then they're going to take the casing off as well from around the door, which is kind of the frame around it, just to make it kind of blend into the room
The
more.
molding.
So we can also hang stuff in front of the closet doors if it's small, but you want it to look more like a wall than a closet.
Ah, finger.
Finger.
Finger!
Finger shot. So once again, we're still got our list available for Dodger tickets. If anybody's interested, I'll try to post the link in the comments.
Ooh.
Lots of games have been taken, but there's still a lot left. We've got 3 pairs of seats times 83 games. There's 246 possibilities, and we've probably sold 30 or 40 pairs. So it's a good start, but long way to go. If anybody's interested, you can take a look. And there's a link on my Facebook page, facebook.com/reuse, REUSE. And There's also the link in the last ping pong podcast, and I'll try to put a link in this ping pong podcast. If you have any friends, feel free to share the list with them. If they're a friend of yours, they're a friend of ours. And that's what I know. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the final volley.
Ooh, final volley. Let's see if I can keep it on the table.
I actually edited the last ping pong podcast because my dad called us in the middle of it. There was a couple other things I wanted to take out, like,
Definitely had to stop for the phone call because the phone that we were using to record the episode was the one that your dad was calling on. And we tend to answer when people call from Australia.
I hope you've had a marvelous time. Good night. Boom. And at the end, George Burns goes, "Thank you."